helpful hints are an accumulation of my observations and experiences at the university as an aerospace mathematician, a real estate broker, and tutoring GE mathematics. This is an accumulation of over 60 years. I want you to remember a four-letter word. This four-letter word is absolutely crucial in any math test, in fact, is in any test. And that four-letter word is time, T-I-M-E. You can't recapture time. Once it's gone, it's gone. Gone forever. Consider the test that you're going to be taking is about 40 questions. There's actually 45, and 5 others is a special 5 questions that they're going to give you. And in that 40 some problems that you're going to have, you only have 2.5 minutes per problem. So time is very important. You can't waste it. So how do you conserve time? Time clicks on. The best thing you can do is learn the multiplication tables. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, God, multiplication tables. They don't do that anymore because I have my handy dandy little calculator, and I can say something about that. The calculator that they're going to give you in the test is a special one, and such that you can't cheat on this the calculator. So memorize the times table through 12, and you say why. The reason why is if let's suppose in a math question you have 2 calculations. Each time you move that calculator over, punch in the numbers, you're wasting about 3 to 4 seconds. You don't believe me? Time it. By the time you punch it in and you get the number and you write that number down, and if there's another one, then you essentially have to punch that number in, and in the interim, if you didn't write the first one down, then you're in deep trouble. So memorize the table. It's easy. You can memorize it at lunchtime, at breakfast, or dinner time. Have somebody help you, your parents or your partner. I had one lady who had her 6-year-old son help her. So the son was learning the same thing that she's learning. She was 50 years old, and she finally passed her GED math test. So if you don't learn that table, then what you're going to do is waste 30 to 40 seconds over, say, if you had 10 problems, you waste 30 to 40 seconds over 10 problems. You can't afford that time. So the bottom line is memorize the multiplication table, sometimes called the times table. You can't have somebody help you. There are flashcards. One side of the flashcard has the times table, and the other side has the answer. So it's easy. You can pick this up at virtually any education store. So bottom line, save time, learn the multiplication table. Keywords in mathematics. There are certain words that mean certain things, but there are 2 that crop up all the time. And the first one is, and the second one is of. So let me just give you a quick example of what that is. So the example of the keywords in mathematics, a simple expression, 20% of what number is 16? So if the what number, if you let that be x, is 16, is the same thing as equals. So what we have translated, we have 20% of, say, x is equal to 16. And if you change the 20% to 20 over 100 times x is equal to 16, and if you solve for x, the number is 80. The second one I want to give you is 20% of 400 is x. So 20% of is times, so 20% times 400 is equal to x. And if you change 20% to a fraction, That's 20 over 100 times 400 over 1 is equal to x. X is equal to 80. Too much information. A lot of math tests will have superfluous information just to confuse you, to see that you can concentrate on the problem. Like the first one might be Jim lives 20 miles from the office, and then Ed lives 25 miles from the office. Ed has curly hair. It makes no difference what his hair is curly or not. That's superfluous information. Filter that out, stick to the facts, and then you'll have no problem. One thing you should do is answer all math problems. No matter if you don't know, make a guess. A lot of the problems that you're going to have will be multiple choice. The multiple choices are 4. Normally what they give you is 4. So if you don't know what the answer is, make a guess. At least you'll have a 25% chance of getting it right. If you don't answer it at all, it's going to be 0. Check your answer when you finish. Absolutely. Put the answer that you got back into the equation to see if it satisfies it or not.